Hello and welcome to LMI's Introduction to Agile. In this module, we're going to focus on answering the question, what is Agile? And give some tips on how to embrace the Agile mindset. Before diving into some technical terms or anything complicated, it can often help to think about what Agile means to you outside of the Agile software development context. For many, agility is synonymous with athletics. You might be thinking of your favorite sports star, whether it's a soccer player or a football player. And what makes them agile is not their ability to run in a straight line exactly according to plan. Rather, it's their ability to sense opportunities and dangers and alter their path to achieve a positive outcome. As we speak about business agility or developing software, we want to make sure we don't lose that central meaning. We want to help teams sense opportunities or change and respond to it. Agile is an umbrella term that covers many different methodologies and frameworks, like extreme programming, Scrum, FTD, Kanban, SAFe, and others. These frameworks have a lot in common. They focus on breaking work down to develop iteratively and incrementally. This allows teams to regularly reflect on changes they are seeing in their environment and pivot as necessary. But there can also be pretty big differences across these frameworks. For example, some of these are specialized in scaling across projects, like Nexus, or across organizations, like SAFe. Extreme programming values collective code ownership, while FDD values individual code ownership. Some methodologies have even emerged that are hybrids of others, like Scrumban. The takeaway is that Agile is not a single framework or methodology, but really a mindset that can be achieved by different means. And understanding that the goal is agility is critical. You can be agile without following a previously defined framework, and you can fail at agility with poor implementation of an existing one. Now that we've defined agile as a mindset that helps teams sense and respond to change, we're going to explore how to embrace the agile mindset. Frameworks and methodologies under the agile umbrella might have their own accompanying principles and values, but they all start with the Agile Manifesto. The manifesto lists the outcomes and activities that enable agility, while providing the counterbalancing activity that, if emphasized too much, can lead to agile anti-patterns. Embracing the agile mindset means putting more weight on individuals and interactions, working software, customer collaboration, and responding to change, over some more traditional activities and outcomes, including tools and processes, comprehensive documentation, contract negotiation, and sticking to a plan. The key word in all of this is over. As the manifesto points out, while there is value in the items on the right, we value the items on the left more. Let's explore an example that may help drive home this value dynamic. Requirements are important to support planning and often helpful in providing vision. But how much value do requirements provide if a product does not work as intended? Similarly, what happens when context changes sufficiently that meeting the requirements leads to a poor outcome? Embracing the agile mindset is realizing that success isn't derived from meeting requirements, but delivering value. It should be noted that there are many ways to define value. Value typically centers around usability. Do people use it? Does its use enable activities that improve financial outcomes? Does it improve the joy of performing an action? Does it mitigate risk over an old process? Or does it give us newfound knowledge? Teams and product owners should make sure work adds value before it is committed to. Lastly, the Agile Manifesto includes 12 Agile principles that build on these value statements. These principles guide us to deliver valuable product or software early and often. This approach creates the opportunity for feedback loops that allow teams to sense and respond to change, even late in development. Achieving this requires creating an environment where development and business team members interact frequently in a manner that supports trust, motivation, and psychological safety. As we wrap up our brief introduction to Agile, we wanted to offer a recap. We introduced Agile as an umbrella term that covers many different frameworks and methodologies that share a mindset focused on sensing and responding to change. While these frameworks have their own practices unique to their context, they all share a belief in the Agile Manifesto and the values and principles outlined within it.